Welcome back to Parks and Relaxation. Day 4 consists of South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. A couple stops in each place. We had camped about an hour south of Mount Rushmore, heading towards Nebraska on I-40. There was a Flying J truck stop that had showers, so we stopped there for free, got up early, and started heading towards Alliance, Nebraska. At this point, Alliance, Nebraska is known best for a small structure called Carhenge. This is about 2 hours from the truck stop that we had stayed at, and about 2.5 hours from Mount Rushmore's entrance. This portion of South Dakota and Nebraska is extremely flat, and we got some of the best gas mileage on the entire trip in this area. What is Carhenge? Carhenge is a replica of Stonehenge found in England. It's located 10 minutes from the city of Alliance, Nebraska. It's about 2.5 hours from Mount Rushmore. Carhenge is built using American vintage automobiles. The structure is built by Jim Rayners in 1987. A visitor center was added in 2006. Carhenge consists of 39 cars and trucks in a 69-foot diameter circle. Some of the rarer vehicles that were used are an AMC Pacer and a 1962 Cadillac Hearse, similar to what's found in Ghostbusters as a film car that everybody knows and loves.
I wonder if the door's still.
The art display is actually a memorial to Jim's father. In 2011, Carhenge was actually donated to the town of Alliance, but is now used as a fun tourism spot to bring travelers to rural Nebraska. At one time, the town had tried to shut down Carhenge, citing that it was basically just a junkyard. After a few fights in court, it turns out that Carhenge brought more people and more money into the town than they really realized, and settled on allowing it to happen as long as they put up a map showing how to get into town and where to get food. So as soon as you walk up towards the visitor center, you'll notice a big 10-foot tall billboard that explains where the McDonald's is, where Dairy Queen is, and where to get gas. It's kind of funny because originally they didn't want this place to be here, and now it's kind of a billboard of where to go in town and where to spend money. In 2016, over 4,000 people, including the governor of Nebraska, came to Carhenge to celebrate the lunar eclipse. Personally, we thought it was really fun. It was kind of unique and strange, and lots of good pictures were taken here. You're not allowed to tag any of the cars in the actual Carhenge structure, but there are some other art exhibits around the property, including a car that you're allowed to autograph. There's plenty of room for Class A and C parking, as well as obviously normal vehicles. There's probably at least 30 parking spots. There's a visitor center with some snacks and refreshments, including bumper stickers, shirts. It was pretty cool. After about 45 minutes of taking in the sights, we're back on the road again, heading towards Hell's Half Acre, Wyoming. Hell's Half Acre is a large scarp. A scarp is a cliff or fault caused by erosion. Hell's Half Acre is actually 320 acres of Mars-like landscape, located 45 miles west of Casper, Wyoming. It's a geological oddity composed of caves, colored rock formations, and eroded earth. In July 2018, a large fence was placed and put up to keep the public from the dangerous cliffs, leaving a small view of the formation from a few hundred feet away. We didn't think that was good enough, and we had seen where somebody had pulled the fence up, so of course, we allowed everybody to go out right to the edge and get the real view. This location was known to the natives as Devil's Kitchen. Native tribes used this ravine to drive bison off during their hunts. As of December 2005, a restaurant and motel that used to exist, and along with a campground, were completely demolished. At this point, all that exists is a large fence that goes around the entire property, and a small shack that looks like it's run by maybe state police or something to check on it every once in a while. Along the northern edge of it, you can actually see where there used to be either a lookout or some kind of large deck that went over, which would have been awesome if that still exists, but it's completely rotted away. An interesting fact about Hell's Half Acre is if it looks somewhat familiar to you, that's because the famous look of this geological place was used in movies like Django Unchained and Starship Troopers. Almost all of Starship Troopers was filmed right in this valley. It should be noted that there's no gas in either direction for about 50 miles. There's no food in either direction for about 50 miles. So if you intend on trying to explore this area, make sure you bring food, water, and anything you might need, because there's no cell reception, there's no help, and we only saw about 3 cars go by in the hour that we were here. Moving westward, we had looked up on freecampsites.net, our favorite website to find free camping. We had found a place called Ocean Lake, about maybe 2.5 hours from here, to try to set up camp, make some dinner, and head in for the night. Something unique about Ocean Lake, Wyoming is that when you look to your left, there's actually snow-capped mountains that are high elevation, 12,000 foot. You look to your right, there's high desert mountains that are covered in sand. And then you look straight ahead, and there's a large lake that is complete full greenery. Camping at this campground is brought to you by the state of Wyoming, and it's allowed 14 days for free. You can have open fires. We didn't this night because we got in pretty late, but the land is actually shared with ranchers, and there's cattle that just wanders from campsite to campsite, and you can get right up next to the cattle. Unfortunately, this does make it so that there's cow patties all over the place, and you have to be careful where you walk. This is looking west from the camper, and you can actually see the mountains. That's about an hour and a half from the Tetons, but the start of that same mountain range. Popped our tip outs and started making some quesadillas, got everybody fed, and then went and explored the water and enjoyed the sunset and relaxed for the rest of the night. If you enjoyed this video and want to follow our series, please like and subscribe for other adventures. Day 5 of our trip goes to Grand Teton National Park, Jenny Lake, and also I'm going to include some awesome drone footage. Remember, don't wait, adventure today.